tribute of remembrance. 2 world wars, the most appalling self-inflicted carnage ever known to mankind. Is remembrance an anachronism in a modern world? The pace of living has bypassed the respect due. Respect for those who paid the price of death in the fight to end human suffering. Since the war to end all wars, nations have remembered in silent prayer. At the Cenotaph in London, Her Majesty the Queen lays the traditional wreath of poppies. The Duke of Edinburgh pays his respects. The Queen Mother watches as her grandson, Prince Charles, also lays a wreath. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. It was as though not a lesson had been learned, as if the horrors of the First World War had never happened. A new, more devastating war spread like cancer, so that nothing was untouched on land, air, or sea. The cost in blood and sorrow is too staggering for the mind to grasp. 54 million dead, a number equal to the present population of the British Isles. 1 death by violence every 3.5 seconds. But even misery has its limits. The war in the West came to an end, leaving Europe starving, in ruins, and worse, dead in spirit. Empty bunkers, the barren products of war, remain as just one of the many visible scars. In the east, the madness continued. A new weapon no one thought possible, the divine wind, kamikaze. Even when that tropical holocaust ended, the sorrow and recriminations began anew. But no solutions emerged, no new ideas. The bridge over the River Kwai on the Burma-Thailand Railway, the stage of just one drama among thousands during those 6 terrible years. Forced to work on this railway of death, Allied prisoners existed through conditions of such harshness, disease and cruelty, it's a miracle that any one of them survived. But survive they did. Today, even the railway engines for whom they worked and died are preserved as a memorial. Alongside is the lovingly tended War Graves Commission Cemetery at Kanchanaburi in Thailand. The exotic color of the flowers and butterflies are in bitter contrast to the lonely sadness of such places. Indeed, how can we associate this peaceful scene with the ghastly atrocities that brought it into existence? Can this make us forget the one thing we should always remember, the ugliness of war? It was a long, long war, brutal, never lacking the latest technology. There was little time for meditation on rights and wrongs. Everyone on both sides was far too busy. Always ebbing and flowing, the tragic flotsam of war. Bombs and bullets didn't discriminate between soldier and civilian. And when the cloud of war had passed over, once proud cities looked as though a devastating swarm of locusts had swept through them. Could anything be worse? Unhappily, it could. Will people in a world tormented by urban violence realize how easily we could follow the path to the complete and final Holocaust? Their name liveth forevermore. But does it? Have the words become no more than a platitude? Rows of headstone warriors, only a handful of them born to be soldiers. Long dead in their own foreign field, almost forgotten, they lie silent and accusing. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. We must remember them.